Okay, so about a week ago on the news, I don't know if any of you saw this, but a man went in to rob either a bank or a store, and he had a gun and he, told the lady, like, give me all your money and everything, and that's, what you do when you rob people, but, the lady just broke down and she started praying, and she was just like, oh God, whatever, and, it got to the man, and the man started crying, and because of the economic downturn that's going on right now, he started crying, and he started praying with her, and he told her that, he had a wife and children, and with the way the economy is, he doesn't have money, and he thought that this was a good idea or whatever, and so he started praying with her, and then left. Well, he ended up going back and turning himself in, and this brings me to the quote that I chose, which is, when the going gets tough, the smart gets lost, by Robert Byron, or something. And, that makes a lot of sense to me, because I know for me, especially in my addiction, I knew a lot of people who were involved with kink or credit card fraud or, just any type of anything like that. And it's like when you are, getting loaded for this instance, like you completely forget, like, who you once were, and, like, your smart's completely lost. And things start to get tough because you need to feed your addiction, or, you need to make that car payment, and you don't have a job, you got laid off, and when the going gets tough, the smart get lost. And I know for me, plenty of times, I did a lot of things that I wouldn't do today now I'm sober, it just wouldn't make sense to me because I actually am thinking logically. So, that's about it.
Yeah, you want me to clear that stuff off?
No, I just think that's fine.
Okay.
I can just sit there. I can just sit right here.
Just put it on the counter behind you, that's fine. But give me a second before you get started here, because I do want to give Larissa some feedback.
Sounds like some water's dropping in here.
Hallelujah, it's raining, amen.
All right, Larissa, I like the example that you start off with. I think it gives you some good confidence when you're speaking. The transition to the topic is solid. There's not really a structure. You've got the one example, your personal experience that you're going to use is your illustration inside. And I thought you did pretty well with that. And if that's all you've got, don't be worried about that, but make sure that when you get to the end that it doesn't come off that I've run out of stuff to talk about. Say, that's all I wanted to talk about, and and I think it'll come off a lot better. The presentation stuff, you've done a very nice job. You're talking to us for the most part. You engage the audience while you're speaking. Your voice is pretty effective. You do, however, at the end when you hesitate, you kind of separate yourself from what's going on and pause, and then you bail right on the exit. And of course, I really love the sunglasses hats. That always is an attractive look for people. I didn't give people much of a hard time about their shoes and their clothes, but I did see that and I noticed it. All right, I'll tell you what. While Ariel is giving her presentation, we should have Well, I got 2 people left. Good, and I got 2 topics. Why don't we have Michelle come get a topic, and then we'll hear you right after Ariel speaks. All right.